So please allow me to invite our next speaker who will be taking us through a live demo or a demonstration of, the Church ERP system and some of its key functionalities. If you feel like there are other functionalities that you don't already see or that you want to get a bit more information on, please feel free to drop it on the chat. We'll be able to also take those questions and also provide you some feedback after the session in general with some of those functionalities and how Church ERP can help. So our next speaker is Miss Olufunmi Babarinde. She's a senior project manager with over 12 years experience developing and delivering complex technology and business change projects across the telecoms, fintech, and consultancy sectors. She's skilled in agile, waterfall, and hybrid methodologies. She has a proven track record of leading cross-functional teams, managing third-party suppliers, and ensuring successful delivery of high-value programs. Beyond her professional life, she's a person of faith who loves God and expresses that through singing. She's yet to sing for me, so I can't verify that for now. She's happily married and she's blessed with children. Please join me as I welcome Miss Babarinde for her showcase. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thanks to everyone that's spoken so far. Pastor Nusa, Pastor Ben, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here and, discussing something that is very close to our hearts, the cell fellowship. And cell fellowship is at the core of church growth. I've enjoyed cell fellowship. I remember when I newly got married, and I wasn't in the location where my family was. It was cell fellowship. It was my cell fellowship members that helped me, took care of me as a new mother, took care of my baby. And, it was such, a huge pleasure being in that cell fellowship because the cell fellowship was very strong. And you cannot overemphasize the importance of cell fellowship. And the people that have spoken before, the pastors that have spoken before, also buttress how we use technology, to grow in cell fellowship. And I hope that everyone on this call has taken one or two things from this previous speakers. I wouldn't want to talk about, the importance of cell fellowship, or probably maybe give testimonies about cell fellowship, though I have quite a lot to say, but I just have one thing to do today, and it's just for you to see that yes, you can actually use technology to grow cell fellowship. I would quickly play a short video for you to see, and my video is going to say quite a lot. Then after then I'll come in and then speak and tell you all the benefits of using a particular tool that I know that I like and is very key to all of us being here today. Just give me a minute to share my screen. Okay. One second, please. Okay.
Welcome to 4th edition of the Church Tech Talk series. Today, we're diving into a topic that's at the very heart of our community: digital tools for effective cell ministry. You might be wondering, technology and house fellowship, how do those two connect? Well, let's explore that together with a story. Meet Sarah, a dedicated leader of a house fellowship group. In the past, getting a message out to her 15 members was a real challenge. She'd spend her Thursday afternoons sending a string of WhatsApp messages and making calls, hoping everyone got the right information. Remember to bring your study guides. By the time Friday came, she was still fielding questions. Don't forget the worship song list. And a few people would inevitably show up unprepared. Then her church adopted the Church ERP. The day before her Friday fellowship, Sarah logged in. She pulled up the list of her house fellowship members, the group already neatly organized in the system. With just a few clicks, she drafted a message. Hi everyone. This week we're studying Romans chapter 8 verse 28. The worship songs are on the attached PDF, and let's all bring a light snack to share. See you tomorrow. She hit send, and the message went out instantly to everyone in her group. No more missed calls, no more confusion. Everyone received the same message, clearly and on time. But there was another challenge Sarah often faced: identifying the exact resources from past fellowships. With so many files, study guides, worship song lists, even media files, scattered across the same period on WhatsApp, it became confusing to track down the right material. Members wasted valuable time scrolling back, unsure if they had the correct file. With Church ERP, everything changed. All resources, study notes, worship song lists, media files, and announcements were neatly organized by date and topic. Sarah's group could instantly search and pull up past materials without confusion. No more scattered files, no more endless scrolling, just quick, reliable access to exactly what they needed. On Friday, something wonderful happened. Every member arrived on time and completely prepared. They had their Bibles open to the right chapter, they knew the songs, and they were ready to dive into a deep, meaningful discussion. The fellowship was vibrant, engaged, and powerful. After the fellowship, instead of jotting down attendance on a paper list and hoping she wouldn't lose it, Sarah simply opened the Church ERP app on her phone. She quickly marked everyone present, added a note about a member who needed a follow-up call, and submitted the report to the central church office. With Church ERP's self-fellowship tool, leaders will be able to mark and track attendance easily, follow up with members with low attendance and funnel them into a follow-up pipeline, provide better pastoral care by easily tracking prayer, welfare requests, testimonies, and other key member metrics, easily submit reports to the central self-fellowship administrator. The Church ERP didn't replace the fellowship, it amplified it. It removed the stress and friction of logistics so that Sarah could focus on what truly matters: ministering to her community. The right digital tools don't just make our work easier, they make our ministry more effective.
Thank you very much. I hope that was a bit insightful, and as answered the questions. I saw one question in the chat. What is ERP? ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning Tool, and is a technology tool that it helps, like a central system that helps us to manage people, helps to manage resources and communication. You have everything in one place. Unlike social media, you have information scattered all over. The ERP is designed for the church. Now, this particular ERP that we're talking about is designed for the church to support ministry and to support self-fellowship, and in total grow the church. I want to show us the benefits of using this particular ERP I'm talking about, this Church ERP. So give me a minute, let me share my screen again, so I'll walk you through the benefits of using it. 1 minute. Yes. Yeah, please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
All right. Sorry, please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. So now this is my view. This is what Sarah. You've listened to the story of Sarah when she wasn't using technology and she had information scattered all over. She had cell members to cater to. She wanted to send them stuff. She wanted to send them resources, things that they needed to have before they convey for their self-fellowship. But unfortunately, Sarah wasn't using the right technology tool. She was probably maybe using some other media tools, which I don't want to mention. But then the cell members showed up, but they didn't have the right information, and she didn't enjoy them coming over for the cell fellowship, for the cell meeting. But after then, the Church ERP, this particular one was introduced, and Sarah, being a cell leader, she imbibed, she learned how to use it. Rather than using other tools, other media tools to send information to her cell team, she used this particular one you're looking at right now, is the Church ERP. This Church ERP, you can attach resources, you can attach videos, you can attach messages and send over to your cell members. Whatever you want them to have before conveying for the cell meeting, you can send it through to them and they will have it, they'll prepare. In fact, you can actually send Bible passages that you want them to read, so that when they convey, they will be able to you'll be able to discuss, and your cell fellowship will go very smooth. Yeah. Now this is the portal Sarah worked on. So from this portal, let me go to the leadership portal. So Sarah, being the leader. Now, any of the cell leaders in Sarah's church would see all the cell fellowship listed here. You can see this is Living Waters, this is Dominion Cell Fellowship. All the cell fellowships are listed here. The children class, the Golden Voice, all the cell fellowships will be listed here. This is what Sarah, someone like Sarah, or anyone who is like Sarah in your church would see. And then, if you come here, let me open this particular cell fellowship. That's Dominion. The name of the cell fellowship is called Dominion Group. Now, in Dominion Group, there are 19 members. Someone like Sarah, who is a cell leader, would see that there are 19 members based on the information that had been gathered in the portal before, probably during foundation class or when the new members, when they join. So all of this information will be here. So as soon as a new member or the church members or the existing members are added, on the portal and assigned to house fellowship, the total number will be seen here. Now, resources that are in this portal for this particular house fellowship are 10. So there are 10 resources, and the resources could be it could be documents, it could be video, it could be past ministrations, by the pastors. It could be anything that the cell team need to grow or prepare for ahead of their cell fellowship. Now, the total number of programs. Now, these are the programs, probably upcoming programs or programs that have been done before in the past. So you would see that there's like an aggregate of all the moving systems or moving programs or moving information that needs to be communicated directly to the cell members. Now, this information is available to Sarah as the leader. Now, this information is also available to every cell member, every Dominion Group cell member, and they will also have the same information, but it might not be like in this interface. All right. Now, there's also an information about the total number of meetings that have been held since the inception of this Dominion Group. Now, Sarah, being the cell leader, can also do other things. Just give me a minute to show you. Now, Sarah comes to more actions. From these more actions, she can start the meeting. And this also takes record of when the meeting started. Sarah can also mark attendance. Now see everyone in Dominion Cell Fellowship here. She can use this to mark the attendance. George was present today. Mary was present. Okeke will be present. So attendance can be marked using this portal as well. Sarah can also send messages to the members. So before the cell team convey for the cell meeting, Sarah can come here, add any form of message she wants them to have. They will either receive it on their WhatsApp, they receive as SMS, and they also receive in this particular app, because all the cell members will have access to the app. And then Sarah can send reports. Now, this is very, very important, because as cell fellowship is very important, to church groups. Reports of ongoing activities in cell fellowship is also very, very important. Now, from all of the information gathered here, this also feeds into the church management system. The church management will also have access to all of this information to know if the church is growing, to know if if the cell system is growing, if cell members have testimonies beforehand, if they need anything, or probably if they if there's any information they want the church to have, probably before they convey on Sunday for service. So this report also helps the church make informed decisions about how the church is growing or how the cell fellowship is growing. So far I've been able to highlight here that the ERP helps to manage members, helps in member management, it helps in communication, it helps in resource sharing, it helps in collaboration. Every member can come here and see the information or see the resources that has been pasted here by their cell team or their cell members or their cell fellowship leaders. And it also helps in reporting. So you can see here now, you can see the graph here shows how the cell fellowship has grown from January to August. So as Sarah imputes the total number of members who attend the fellowship per week or periodically. Now the graph also shows here how the cell fellowship has been growing. The number of meetings held, the number of people who showed up for the meeting, total number of attendance, like a trend analysis of how the cell fellowship has grown. Now, and also all the events, and if there are programs, probably programs that are assigned to the cell fellowship members, all of this information will be shown in the ERP. And this will help Sarah manage our cell fellowship properly. Now, there was something there's something I need you to understand. Now, this is not replacing cell fellowship at all, but rather it is going to help enhance cell fellowship. These are a tool that will help you enhance cell fellowship. It doesn't replace cell fellowship, it empowers cell fellowship. The early church grew because they shared everything in common. With the Church ERP, we can strengthen our cell fellowship. We can share resources more effectively and continue to grow together in Christ. Finally, I want to thank you for listening. I believe that with this ERP, if you're able to get it, if your church is able to get it, our cell fellowship will be more connected, better resourced, and prepared for the growth that God is bringing. Thank you very much.